folks, welcome back to Spud Fit. So I wanted to answer a reader question today. So Christine asked, she wrote, I love creamer in my morning coffee and I'm having a hard time going without it. Could you recommend a good substitute or healthy version of creamer so that I can still get my coffee with creamer fix in the mornings? So my answer to that is, first of all, let's be honest here. What we really want is to be able to have coffee creamer as you've always had it in the mornings and just continue on with that. That's what you would really like. You know, if you could continue on with that behavior and be healthy and lean and all the things you want, then why not? Why wouldn't you keep doing it? If I could continue eating family-sized cheesy pizzas and chocolate and chips and whatever, and be very lean and healthy, there's no reason for me to change. I would keep doing it. So I think that's the first thing to establish, is that we don't actually want to we don't want to do this. We're doing it because we have a goal that is not compatible with the coffee creamer. So I think that's really important to acknowledge that. So I don't really actually know if there's a healthy version of coffee creamer. It's not something I've ever looked into. It's just, I don't like coffee. I've never liked coffee and I'm not into it. But if you can find a healthy coffee creamer that, ticks all the boxes and you like the taste of it, then by all means, do it. I'm not against that in any way. What I do think we need to do is we need to focus on making a move away from this idea that we need to replace old unhealthy habits with new habits that are very similar to the old ones, except a healthy version. I'm talking about the coffee creamer as an example, but maybe you could also, healthy cookies, is that a good idea? Healthy brownies, is that a good idea? Only you can decide this in the end, but from my point of view, I feel like perhaps, maybe not in every example of these sorts of replacement behaviours, but at least in some of them, I think it's worth considering the possibility that maybe you're better off just moving away from that entirely and embrace the idea of doing something different, that you need to do something different, that, if you want to change your life, you want to lose weight, you want to have a different result to what you currently have, then you're going to have to do things differently. And maybe it's worth embracing that idea fully by actually doing different things. So again, if you can find that healthy coffee creamer or that healthy version of whatever else that you like to have, if you can find that and it works for you, great. I don't have any problem with that. But if you let go of the coffee creamer entirely and just do without it, have your coffee black, have it maybe with a little bit of low-fat soy milk in it, or another kind of low-fat plant milk. Okay, maybe you won't like it as much as your coffee creamer, but I think you'll get used to it over time and you'll get to a point where it's fine and you're happy with it and your morning coffee is just fine without the creamer. I think it'll be okay. It'll be uncomfortable at first. Maybe you'll miss the creamer. Maybe you'll have an emotional reaction to that you feel like you're depriving yourself and you're missing out and all these sorts of things. But if you can get through that and learn to think about it in different ways, then I think you'll get to a point where you're fine with it, you're comfortable with it, everything's okay. We're better off sometimes moving away from those behaviors. And I often think about an alcoholic let's say an alcoholic tries drinking non-alcohol beer, for example. I feel like for a lot of alcoholics, drinking non-alcoholic beer would mostly just serve as a reminder that they're not actually drinking what they want to drink or what they used to want to drink. So maybe the non-alcoholic beer is a way to continue reinforcing in your mind that, there is something more I could be having here, rather than getting away from it entirely and accepting that beer is not part of my life anymore. So my point is, I guess, with the coffee creamer, that it worries me that perhaps you'll find a healthy version of the coffee creamer that is almost as good as the one you want. And maybe having that every morning will remind you that, oh, I'm missing out on the one I really want. Maybe it's just a reminder every day that, oh, I wish I didn't have to get this kind of coffee creamer. And maybe that'll eat away at you and maybe it'll be a problem. So, Christine, I'm sorry. I don't know what the healthy version of the coffee creamer is. I wish you luck in finding one if that's what you choose to do, but I also hope that I've maybe given you some food for thought and maybe you will try a different approach and maybe it'll work for you. In the end, it's up to you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to share my thoughts and hopefully get you to think of things in different ways and, make decisions maybe with looking at different angles to help you make a better decision for you. So, Christine, I hope that helps. Thank you for your question. If anyone else out there has questions for me that you'd like to answer, put them in the comments below. You can also email me, andrew@spudfit.com, and I'm happy to make as many of these videos as there are questions. All right, so comment below, click like, share the video, subscribe, all that sort of nice stuff. Help me out. And other than that, have a great day and eat simply and live fully.